next interview here at the New York City Real Estate Expo is with J'Nell Simmons, and she is with Landlord in New York or
Landlords New York.
And tell us a little bit about what Landlord New York is all about, because it does sound a little interesting. It's a little different from what you see most of the other states we do our show from. They don't have this. So when you explain this, I want to see if it's something that you have competition in other areas.
Well, no.
If I explain that right.
Landlords New York is a social network that is exclusively for landlords and property managers. So the site really was formed out of a real need, short of having a huge circle of friends or family in the business. There was no one place to go for answers or advice, short of paying, a lot of money for a quick answer to a simple question, or spending hours digging through the government sites, or looking in different areas. So we created a network where this notion of, I just wish I knew what someone else knew so that I'm not making the same mistakes. So now Landlords New York connects landlords with other landlords, other property managers, and so we're starting to really build and see this sense of community and helping each other out.
Now, is this something that the end user could also participate in, like tenants?
No.
Just landlords?
It's just for landlords. They're service providers, so vendors, anyone who services landlords, if it's an elevator repair person, electrician, an attorney, they can participate and market their services to our members. They don't see those private member conversations that take place in the forum. It's a free service, but we do vet each of our members. So the only members of Landlords New York have been verified. They are all own or manage property as a business.
So on this site,
York.
can landlords also go and they post, like, let's say they figured out a way to repair something that no one else has figured out?
Yes, please.
They can post that?
Absolutely.
So they can post anything they want?
But it's private. So
only for the members.
So the other people who are seeing that, if I have a question and I say, there's bed bugs in my building, what do I do? Or I have this stabilized tenant that I'm looking to, unfortunately I have to evict a tenant. What's the best step, or what's the process for that? And it's other members now, other landlords can answer those questions, because most of the times there's two answers to every question. There's a, here's what I did, and then there's a, here's the legal way of doing things. So we have the ability with some of our experts to answer both ways. So it's, it's just a way to share experience,
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, and that's a great way, especially in the 21st century. But going back to my original question that I sort of fumbled around with in the intro, is now this is like a social media network for landlords, only in New York.
Right now we're only in New York.
Now, are there other sites similar to this? So no one else has something like this anywhere?
No.
Do you plan on broadening the area?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, right now it's New York, but the next logical is New Jersey and some of the markets around here. But yeah, we definitely plan to extend to other states nationwide, and who knows what the limit is.
In the world.
Right. I mean, each states and even cities within states, as you know, we all have different regulations. So there is a couple sites that are national forums, but they don't apply state-specific laws and regulations, particularly New York, which is just, we're inundated with changing laws and regulations.
Right.
It's so hard to stay on top of.
I think that goes for almost every state.
Right.
Everyone has their own regulations and laws and different ways of dealing with tenants, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I can think of one scenario would be the eviction policies, because they change from state to state.
Right. Which unfortunately, you hope you never have to go through as a landlord or a tenant, but sometimes it happens.
Unfortunately, you don't want to have that issue, but it happens quite frequently.
Right.
But that's so they can put issues like that.
Yeah, that's one of a million issues. So much of real estate in New York isn't all big corporations and your big key players in REITs. You have those, but it's really more akin to a small business. So many of our members, so much real estate in New York is it's more akin to a mom and pop shop. It's a mom and pop business. So, they don't have the infrastructure in place of having all, attorneys and all these people on staff. So we really are truly just providing a service and making those connections to interact with each other.
Well, it sounds fantastic. It sounds like a great
Thank
concept. How long has it been around?
A little over 3 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do you have members?
Yeah, we have over landlords and property managers, a little over 2,200 members responsible for over 645 residential units,
that's a good
54 million
group to
square feet
share.
of property.
Yeah.
So, the network has definitely grown over the past few years. And, we have, of course, more room to grow, and that's why we're here.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and doing the interview. It's
Thank you.
J'Nell Simmons of Landlord New York.
Thanks so much.
The Landlord New York is at landlordsNY.com.
It's a website. You just log into landlordsNY.com.
Okay.
We also have Landlords TV. We've started creating custom programming specifically for landlords and property managers. So we have a few different areas that we're growing, but it's all landlord and property manager specific information.
Fantastic. Thank you, J'Nell.
Thank you.